Or let's talk about now the elasticity of supply. So this is different. So the elasticity of supply is going to look at the percentage change in quantity supplied for a percentage change in price. And what this is trying to do is this is trying to measure a producer's ability to change, we'll use delta, oops, that doesn't quite look like a triangle, change the amount that they produce. All right, so we're going to look here, this is always going to be a positive number. So if the number is greater than 1, well, an example of this is an oil pump. So let's suppose that the price, the percent change in price, goes up by a little. Are they able to produce a lot more rather quickly? Well, in this case, all you got to do is make the pump a little faster. So that's why this would be elastic in supply. Let's look at another example of not an oil pump, but of offshore drilling station. So how many of these drilling stations can we produce? Well, if the price, so the percentage change in price goes up, how quickly or how easy is it for them to increase the quantity supplied of offshore drilling stations? Well, that's a lot harder to do because you got to get the permits, you got to build the stations and all of that. So in that case, the elasticity of supply is less than 1, is that an increase in price would lead to a small increase in the quantity supplied. And so that's what we're talking about with the elasticity of supply. So one thing we can look at is we can look at sports stadiums, if you will. So a sports stadium, so if this is price and quantity, the supply of a sports stadium might look exactly like that, meaning that there is some quantity of seats in the stadium. And regardless of how much the price increases or decreases, it's going to have the exact same seats in that stadium. And so in this case, we would call this perfectly inelastic. And so again, the elasticity of supply is focused on, it's measuring the producer's ability to change the amount they produce when the price changes.